Marvin Bagley 3 scores 34 as Duke comes back to beat Texas in OT. 1 Duke Blue Devils overcame a 16-point second-half deficit to beat the Texas Longhorns 85-78 in overtime Friday in the PK80 Phil Knight Invitational at the Moda Center in Portland, Oregon. Superstar freshman forward Marvin Bagley 3 dominated for the Blue Devils with a game-high 34 points to go along with 15 rebounds. Junior forward Dylan Osetkowski paced the Longhorns with 19 points, 7 rebounds and 5 assists, while Mo Bamba finished with 9 points and 10 rebounds before fouling out late in the second half. Duke improved to 7-0 in the win, while Texas fell to 4-1. With a victory, Duke will face the winner of Friday night's game between Florida and Gonzaga on Sunday, while Texas will take on the loser on the same day. Per ESPN Stats and Info, Texas fell 2-0-5 all-time against the Blue Devils and 0-10 against the Associated Press top-ranked team. Their inability to stop Bagley down the stretch contributed heavily to the loss, as Bagley turned in a historic performance by tying the Duke single-game freshman scoring record set by J.J. Redick in 2003, according to Duke men's basketball stats. The first half was all Texas, as it raced out to a big lead and held a 12-point advantage after 20 minutes of play. As pointed out by ESPN's Mike Schmitz, Osetkowski's stellar play went a long way toward helping Texas build the lead. Also, Duke gave the Longhorns far too many scoring opportunities during the first half. According to Seth Davies of CBS Sports, the Blue Devils turned the ball over at will and allowed Texas myriad second chances on its offensive possessions. Despite the fact Duke is stacked with elite-level athletes, Texas showed it could compete with the Blue Devils from a physical perspective as well. The chief example of that came courtesy of guard Kerwin Roach II in the first half when he scored 2 of his 18 points courtesy of a monstrous dunk, per Sports Center. Texas had a great deal of success scoring in the paint, which was key since it made just 4 of its 23 attempts from long range in the game. According to ESPN's Jeff Borzolo, Duke offered little resistance to the likes of Osetkowski, Bamba and Jericho Sims while Texas built a 16-point lead in the second half. The tide began to turn in Duke's favor near the midway point of the second half, and it chipped away at Texas' lead when the Longhorns went cold from the field. Gave Duke a 73-72 lead with 31 seconds left in regulation on an old-fashioned, three-point play, but Texas tied it back up when Matt Coleman made one of his 2 free throw attempts. Duke had a chance to win it with the final shot, but Bagley settled for a contested 3, which was a decision Borzolo questioned. Grayson Allen fouled out late in the second half after scoring 12 points, which meant the game was firmly in Bagley's hands from Duke's perspective in overtime. Bagley rose to the challenge and made up for his questionable shot late by scoring 8 of Duke's 12 points in overtime to seal the come-from-behind win. Texas was unable to handle Bagley in the paint throughout the overtime period, and Duke's go-to offensive play in the extra time was feeding him down low. The Blue Devils struggled mightily at both ends of the floor for long stretches but won the game anyway. With arguably the leading Player of the Year candidate in Bagley at its disposal, Duke is in position to have a long run, as the nations know.